Hi, I'm Shirley Lee. I want to talk to you today about transferring change. I recently made a big change. I bought a new computer, and I had kind of been putting it off because I didn't want to have to transfer my files. So when I was ordering my computer, I noticed a transfer cable. So I ordered one of those too. And as I was using the cable, I thought how it related a lot to change in a corporation. For instance, on the instructions on the cable, it told me to install, connect, and then transfer. So install required some planning on my part. I had to get the software downloaded to both computers, the old one and the new one, and figure out how to use the software. Then I had to connect the two computers with the cable that I had bought. After I connected the computers, then I could begin the transfer by running the software. And it really made the whole process a whole lot easier having done this, because instead of having to sit at the computer all day trying to transfer files one at a time, I could just transfer them all at once, and actually once I answered all the questions, I could move on. Now that's a lot easier to make that change than it would be to make corporate change, because you do have to constantly monitor that. Managing change is basically 3 steps. Well, there's more steps than 3, but 3 primary steps you need to consider. You need to plan, communicate, and then implement. Okay, plan. People don't like change. We say we don't like to be in a rut, but we really do like routine. So if you're going to disrupt the routine in any way, you need to tell people why. What problem is this change going to solve for the company, for the individuals? So you need to plan it, how you're going to implement it, how you're going to communicate it, and then once you know what problem it's going to solve and what the steps are you need to do, then you communicate it to your employees. And again, you have to communicate what the problem is, how this is going to solve the problem, get input from your employees on what might be problems, any questions they may have before you proceed. Then once you've done this, you need to communicate all along your process. That needs to be part of your project plan for the change. Is what are you going to communicate, when are you going to communicate it, who are you going to communicate it to? Then you can implement the change, and the success of your implementation will be more likely, because people resist change. So they're going to be dragging their feet. They're going to be constantly questioning it if you have not done the communication step first. So if you want a successful change transfer, be sure to include communication in the steps. So plan, communicate, and implement.